from the hollers and hills of West Virginia. It's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boom! All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry we didn't have a video yesterday, but such as it is, I'm gonna try to make one today. Yesterday, my back was just out. I couldn't hit a lick of nothing. I mean, it was done. It was toast. I couldn't hardly move. My legs didn't want to function. Back still kind of messed up this morning, but not as bad. So we'll see what we can get done today. Let's see here. First thing is first. Boy, we're gonna have to get that plant outside for sure. Anyhow, first thing first. What we got to do here is these cucumbers. I want to talk about these cucumbers real quick. They're the same lengths, okay? Same lengths, everything. They're roughly 14 inches long now. This one is a heavier one. It's a heavier cucumber, and you can see that it's really starting to sag a good bit. You know, it's pretty heavy, so we're going to put something else up here and kind of give that some support, as it's definitely getting heavier. It weighs, what the weight is of it is 1 pound. All right, it's right at 1 pound. It weighs 15.9. All right, so it's a 1 pound cucumber right now. So is this one. All right, both of them rough. Well, this one's just under. It's 14. I think it was 14.10 or something like that. So anyhow, what I'm thinking is because this one here is so low, right? Here's the secondary right here, runs down to it. I'm thinking that it's sucking nutrients from this one, but this one's still bigger round. Up at the top, it's straighter than this one. And it makes it, that one looks shorter than this one, but they're the same length. Taking into consideration everything, that this plant has pushed all those nutrients, even past this one, and all the way out here to this one, and this one is caught up with that one. And the top is bigger round and everything. I think it's safe to say that this one is the one that needs removed. Now, I don't want to do this, guys. It pains me to do this. It really does. I mean, you look how thick that stem is right there, and the joint compared to that joint, you know, it just, when you start looking at you really start picking things apart whenever you get to this point, and you're like, which one's which one, what's the safer bet, right? When you measure everything and you take into consideration this whole plant, and it runs up there to this one, and this one caught up, that is a day behind that one. It makes sense to cut this one off. This one's, it's in a bad position, and, it's on a secondary instead of the main, yada, 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 right? I mean, literally, this one here is on the main, and this one is probably 10 inches out on a secondary. So taking into consideration all those things, this one right here, it's got to go. And I really, guys, I do. This makes me sick to my stomach having to do this right now. But like with anything I get and have to do, I get sick when I got to do it. But it's done. So there we go, guys. We've cut our first giant cucumber off. And now the real stuff starts to get getting, right? Straighten that out there. See it? It had split vine there. And it wasn't a good thing. It was not a good thing. So we got that one taken care of. Get this vine going out here a little bit better, hopefully. And it'll get that kink out of it to where it can grow some. Now we'll have to address this one and get it growing the right way. So we'll be working on that here in just a second. Right, guys, we got her strung up there. There's one right there that could be pollinated, and I don't know if I'm going to pollinate it or not. And it's really no need to, I don't guess. I don't want to stop the production of this one if that one gets pollinated. So I'm probably going to go up there and pinch it off. I haven't pollinated it yet, but I thought about doing it, and I pulled the bloom off, and then I thought maybe I shouldn't. So anyways, what I've done is all this vine was dragging down. You've seen it was here, right? The cucumber was sitting right here, right? So about a foot and 3 inches off. Anyhow, put another hook up there at the top. You see, right there. Ran string down from there and around this joint right here, trying to keep it as straight as possible, right? So you can see there's a, you know, it's like an L shape, just like you do on giant pumpkin growing, right? You got your bend in it, your S curve, whatever. This is an L. Get the main vine. You go straight up, and then I've looped around that notch right there, the biggest joint that there was, and probably has the most, you know, stability or strength. And then ran it up through the hook again and lashed it that way. That way it's got some support right here, so this cucumber won't be, you know, weighing down and moving back this way again. Took the rest of the vine, wrapped it around this string right here, okay, which is held by that hook. Went over here, wrapped it again. All right, so it should be all right in the next day or so when all that catches up to one another and starts, you know, laying down what it needs. This bean here, I need to really take this bean down, and I don't really know what to do with it, but it does need to come down, and probably needs to be planted in a 2-gallon pot. I have one of those left right here. Probably need to plant it in that, and should plant it in that, and might do that. Probably I'll end up doing that today, just to help, you know, get it doing what I wanted to do, which is producing some giant beans so we can have some to plant, you know, this spring, because it's not doing anything in that small tub here. It's just not even, there's not even very many roots in there, so I need to cut that off and plant it in that. So I'm probably going to end up doing that today. A lot of beans are still growing, doing good. That's looking pretty good, considering. It's just, I don't know why they get so bad looking. One minute they're great looking, and the next minute they're just blood looking, right? And then this is still the same plant right here, and it's perfectly fine. So don't ask me. I don't know what goes on. It's the same thing over here with these. You know, got some leaves burnt plumb off. You know, just can't do nothing. They, you know, and then I got other leaves like these. They're fine. They're great looking. You can see down in there. Just, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It is what it is, I guess. So anyhow, we got that to fix and work on today as well, and many other things. So I think we're just going to do that today. Work around in here a little bit. Maybe go outside and work out there in the you know, the greenhouse or something. So we'll see what today holds. So let's get to it. Got 1 and 2. Man, it's a big. Ooh, it's nice and warm too. Yeah, look how big that egg is. It's a big old egg. Nice one. There's 2 of them up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 3 duck eggs right there. Good looking duck eggs. So, cool beans. Cool beans with that. Can't wait to get them incubated and see what we might be able to produce this year. I'm gonna have to start incubating these up here as well. I might probably have to buy me an incubator today. Wouldn't hurt to have a couple of them laying around. We'll hatch as many chicks as we can this year. That way, with gas prices and everything the way it's going, we're gonna have to let them eat. We're gonna have to kill them and feed ourselves with them. So I have to start stocking up on chickens, it looks like. All right, let's get on with the next. Well, maybe, folks, maybe. We might get it undone today. Hang on a minute. Got that one. Got that one. And got that one. There we go. Sorry about all that. We got her open. Oop, let my foot go. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's it out, you knuckleheads. How's everybody doing today, eh? I got I think ramps. I think some of my ramps run up underneath this here, and I need to move it. So let's just see here. Yep, we got ramps coming up. See them ramps? Oh my. Yeah, we got ramps. Goodness. Let me see. I need to clean some of this out here a little bit, but there's figure out what to do with that here in just a minute. See these? Ramps. Ramps are coming up here. We got ramps. There's a... No, that's not a ramp. I don't think. That might be. We'll leave it alone. That's definitely a ramp. And there's some more right through here. I probably should dig them up and get them out of there. Here's some more right here. You can see. So I definitely got a bunch of ramps in here. Clear all this away. I think they go all the way up into there. So I didn't pay attention whenever I put that up where they were at. And I should have, and I didn't. Well, shoot, fire. You're in my ramps there, boy. All right, let's feed these jokers. Get done with it. Had to get inside real quick because there's some things we got to do in here. We got it all laid out. If I can hurry up and get done planting that stuff in there in that greenhouse, I'd like to fly the drone. Let's see how many deer's down there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 deer down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 of them. Kind of curious to see if any of them's got horns on their head still. They should have dropped by now, I would have thought. But anyhow, yeah, we got to go start looking for sheds pretty soon. But let's get in here and plant this stuff. We got some eggplant, got a watermelon. Doesn't matter. Eggplant, watermelon, pearl millet, fennel right there. Fennel. Over here, I don't know what this is exactly. I think it was supposed to be some lettuce, but yeah, kind of looks like that. We'll plant it over here where it's a little shaded. Cilantro, and then we got lettuce right here and some other stuff. So we're gonna plant all this stuff. All right, so let's get to it. Guys, so put some of the dirt out of the pot around some of the plants. You know, like my giant over here. It's not really a giant, but it's called a large late flat Dutch, and it's pretty big cabbage. So biggest one I've ever grown. Looks really good too compared to the rest of them in here. But anyhow, got it. Put a little bit of dirt around it. Put a little bit of dirt around this. Put a little bit of dirt around these potatoes up here. I think we're going to have some pretty good potatoes, man. I mean, shaping up. The plants are looking really good. I dug me some ditches around this pepper plant and around that little old golden acre cabbage area. It ain't looking so hot. Put a little bit of dirt out of that around my giant red mammoth mangala beet. I know you can't see it, and I'm not getting over in there right now, but there is all 3 fennel is back there. You can see one of them right there. Another one is right behind the pole, and then the biggest set of fennel is right there in that big glob back there. Cleaned up all the weeds and stuff from back there along through there. That's why it looks so good back there now. Got all the weeds cleaned out. I did plant the watermelon plant right there. You can see it right there. Let me zoom in on it. Right there's the watermelon plant. So we'll see what it does. I don't have high hopes, but I just couldn't kill it and wanted to see what it would do out here in the greenhouse. Kind of testing the limits with that. You know, I really want to see what's the coldest it can take in this greenhouse, you know, right now. You know, just kind of play around, see, you know, check temps and stuff. I got my big old thing of lettuce planted right there out of the pot with the black pearls in it. Also have black pearls in there that just come up on their own that's growing. I got one of the eggplants. It's actually 2 of them growing right there. There's 2 eggplants in that growing. So I mean, we've planted a few things, and I got a few other things in there that I'd like to bring out here, you know, soon and kind of plant and see what they'll do. Maybe if they'll do anything. You know, some of this stuff really is serving no purpose, so it's not needing anything. So anyhow, we're going to get out of here and on to the next. So we got that one cut off. It's actually healed up pretty good. Got up here, so it's healed pretty good there, and everything. So healed really quick. I'm glad for that. All the way because of the cutters that I used. The reason why it's done like that. This one here, it's growing pretty quick now. It's 9 inches around. All right, 15 inches long here. So pretty good. Pretty good. Quite pleased. Up here, that one right there. Hiding behind those leaves there. It's coming along quite nicely as well. The one that we pollinated the other day, let's see, right here it is. It appears that it's been pollinated. Looks like it's even growing. So, okay. Seen some other people today post some of their stuff about their sunflowers and whatnot, and I believe so far I've probably got the tallest one. I don't know that to be a fact. I'm just going based off of what I've seen. Now, you can't be over here. You're gonna have to pick a different area to climb. I've done tried to get you to climb elsewhere, and you won't do it. The problem with this thing is it ain't got no leaves. See, it needs to grow some leaves. If it would grow leaves, it would be a whole lot better of a plant. Them are some very green leaves that we've got here on these plants. So, giant amaranth, getting big. Oh look, it's an empty pot. I'm gonna fill this pot up with a root crop of some sort. I don't think I want to put the carrot in there quite yet. I think I want to take the carrot and put it in a half-gallon jug, or something like that. And then I think I'll put like a giant swede or something in here like that. So we'll see. Giant swede, giant beet, something like that in here. Don't know yet. The pepper that we pollinated, still growing, still looking good. Some more giant amaranth, another piece of pearl millet back there in the back. These peppers, that have came up on their own. They are black pearls. It's just come from a pepper that I've laid there and obviously buried. And look, there's more coming up. Yep. Probably need to pull all those out of here and transplant them into their own singles. So tomorrow I'll probably do that. Ain't got time for it right now. Everything else looking pretty good. Did save those seeds over there off of the ones that I pulled the other day. We got a second one of these Richard Houghtons long carrots coming up. So I have a few of those. I'm gonna have to separate them. I don't know what that is. I guess it's probably another eggplant, of the Aswad eggplant. Alright, so got some of those. Got some more asparagus popping up there. These are super leggy for some reason, and I do not know why. They should not be that leggy. That's plenty enough there, but I guess we'll bury them down lower. Got our whatever that's called. Can't think of the name of it right now. The cherry vanilla quino or whatever it's called. It's doing pretty good. There's 3 of them there, but only 2 of them's that tall. The other one's normal height. Waiting on a couple red cabbages to jump up there. Yes. Everything's looking pretty good overall. All the peppers are looking fairly decent now. For some reason, they've came out of their little funk and they're decided that they're going to grow. So good. I'm glad. Hurry up and grow. Got some strawberries down here that have popped up. They are the Red Wonder Wilds. There's one there. There's another one right there popping up, and one in the center. So you can see them 3 in a row right there, kind of like Orion's belt or something. Hopefully some more will pop up. I hope. And if not, three's decent, I guess. Yeah, but you can take 3 and turn them into quite a few, I guess. But it'd be nice if all those would pop up. Really need to plant a bunch more of them. None over there on the Alexandrias popped up yet. And nothing else is coming up yet either. We're just keeping an eye on it. Really need to get in here and plant. Oh. The potatoes looking fairly good. They're bushing out pretty big. The corn is, what can I say? It's getting pretty tall. Pepper plant here. It's starting to look really, really nice. I like the way it's split there. I like it done. It's really good looking. Little tomato plant, little watermelon plant. That's a poblano. These, I don't know what's wrong with them. Who knows, right? Hopefully they'll come out of their funk and straighten up there and take off running. I hope. Ain't having no luck in here with tomatoes at all. None whatsoever. And the same thing with the potatoes. These tomatoes over here look great. These Brad's Crazy Cherries. You know, they're going nuts in here. They love it inside. I don't know what that is still yet to this day. I don't know what kind of disease or, but it don't appear that it's going anywhere else. So probably just ought to pinch it off and throw it in the trash. That way it doesn't go anywhere else. What do you think? There we go. Now it's gone. Everything else is looking pretty good. This tomato plant here, it's holding its own. Got a little something going on right here. It's another. What's going on here? There you go. Spread your wings like a butterfly. Alright. Alright. Yeah, some of these leaves are getting kind of old, it looks like. Anyhow. Oh, look there. Our first, we could pick that right there. Right? We could pick that off. That's the first one on this whole tree. Well, tomato bush, whatever you want to call it. That is a sucker vine. And you can take that sucker vine right there, pop him off, put him in water, and then put him in dirt. He'd pop roots and put him in dirt. He'll grow like crazy. Or you can just cut him right now and put him in dirt. don't know. Gotta figure this growing tomatoes inside thing out, because it's frustrating me. It's not that easy, I can tell you that now. This here, it's well, it's trying to grow the best it can, but it just keeps on falling over, going the wrong ways and things. That one in there, it's, I don't know what it's doing. It's just kind of doing its own thing now. So, whatever with that one. Got that good looking eggplant though. That eggplant's got huge leaves on it. Look at that thing, it's crazy. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, so tomorrow probably need to throw up some vines. Or not vines, we need to throw up some hangers here. Yeah. Run them down to here and get them going on some stringers. I don't know if y'all have seen the parsnip yet, but if you haven't, there it is, giant parsnip. Up and going right there. Everything else in here is looking pretty decent. Need to put a little something here so this stuff will quit shadowing things, but such as it is, right? Everything else is looking pretty good. You know, the Swiss chard's looking good, and this Benny Hashi's looking good. Merlot lettuce is looking good. This stuff here, it's trying its best. Over here, a giant Swede. It's the littlest one. Turnip, Swede there on the end. No, turnip. I'm sorry, Swede right here. So it's turnip, Swede, turnip. Yeah, there we go. This is the biggest one we got so far, and they're all looking pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with them all. This is the biggest carrot we've got so far. He's looking really good. He's pretty tall now. I tell you, you can see there. It's probably 14 inches there on that. It's looking pretty decent. Can't wait to get him into something a little bit more fitting. You can see all these roots here. They're starting to get root bound. You don't want to get that too awful bad. You want it just enough, and then, you know, once you see the roots like this, then you want to switch them up into a different pot. So I've got plenty of jugs. We'll figure that out tomorrow morning. We can put in something a little bit more fitting. Get all the dirt out of there. So that's what we got going on in here. Got some of these melons that I probably should try to take outside and put in the greenhouse and see what we can do out there with them. I don't know that anything could be done, but there's no sense of growing them in here because they won't produce in here. We're gonna have to have a little bit more oomph. But the good thing is that the plants ain't hurt none, and they can produce. You can see blooms all over them here, and things. So they're still trying to form and stuff. So we can get something out of them, I'm sure, maybe, as long as we don't kill them out there. And we'll probably try to take them out tomorrow and do a little something with them. And everything else is up in here. It just looks like a crazy madhouse. You really can't tell where anything's going or where it's been or nothing, so we're just kind of letting it all do its thing. And yeah, this is what we're doing. And that there, it's starting to fill out because you can't really make out anything in that one anymore. That one there, starting to fill out. This one here, starting to fill out. You can see the beans there filling out. We've got quite a few of them, so all in all, happy with everything and the way everything's gone and stuff. So, well, we appreciate you watching. And we'll see you tomorrow right here in the Hollers and Hills of West Virginia.
Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share.
Thank you, good sir.
You're welcome. And subscribe.